Okay, so today is going to be a very, I wouldn't say too tough. It'll be pretty simple. You're going to be using this patty paper, and that's what's going to make it more simple. I am going to be going over, now that we've done three so far. Can we name them? We've done 3 transformations. We've done a translation, which would be a slide, like left or right, right? And then moving it somewhere else, okay? We've done a reflection, which would flip it. Remember, we flip it over, so you'd have like the triangle on this side. And then we've done dilations, which takes something small and we make it very big, right? So this is the last one we're going to go through. We're definitely going to revisit this because I feel like we're going through this kind of fast, but I want to give you the knowledge initially and then kind of go back to it and talk about it. So actually, as we start this, can you take your patty paper and do it again, fold it in half here? We'll put this to the side, fold it in half here, and then fold it in half again. So like we did last time, where it will help us give us our grid. We want to know our grid, right? And I would really need you guys to use pencils today. Don't be using pens because you're going to have to erase this paper quite a bit. And if you need another piece, Miss Alonzo can give you one, but I would rather you guys use that one piece the whole time. And then draw your axes, right? And draw this one here too. Okay, so now you have your graph, which is perfect. You're going to be here at the origin, and could you just do me a favor and put your pencil on the origin and just start spinning it. And notice how it's spinning. It is rotating, right? Rotating. Now you can spin it this way, which, guys, look at the clock on the wall. I'm pretty sure Miss Santos's clock works, but look at that red hand. That's that red hand that's moving. It's moving clockwise, which is to the right. It's moving clockwise to the right, okay? So this is moving clockwise. That's a word you need to know. This is moving clockwise. This is moving counterclockwise. The word counterclockwise. Counter means like opposite. Counterproductive means you're not productive, right? Counter strike. Any gamers, that means you're going to strike after someone's already actually hit you, right? All right, so this is counterclockwise. This is clockwise. All right, let's take a second now. Take a look at our paper. I want you to go ahead and put the patty paper on the paper and then draw your shape. Do it softly, please, because you're going to have to erase this quite a bit today. And then H, and then go ahead and all right, softly do that so you can see my triangles written there with the letters, okay? And then let's read what it says. It says rotate 180 degrees about the origin. So we're going to rotate this guy, but this is where it gets a little tricky. So it doesn't say, look at this one. This one says counterclockwise. So if it doesn't say, this one should have said, oh, you'll see why in a second, why it doesn't have to say clockwise. But look at number 3. Number 3 says just clockwise. All right. Number 2 says counterclockwise. So we're going to talk about that. So put your image on the triangle here on the shape. And when you rotate a figure, pay attention right now. When you rotate a figure, pay attention. Let me turn the slide on too. Make it even better. To rotate it one level, that means one step, you're going to have to do it all the way. You see the lines and meet up the lines again, my axes. And then boom, that was one rotation. And that was called 90 degrees, right? That's a 90-degree rotation. When you do one, you can see that you see your 90 degrees here. This is 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, and 90 degrees, okay? And we'll talk about this. So we're going to deal with this a lot. So one rotation is 90 degrees. How do you have a full rotation, Marusik? When it moves and it touches the next axis. There. That's 90 degrees. And then the next one's going to be one more rotation. That's going to be 180. So this is going to be kind of tough now. Look at where your points are and try to draw them out. So here's H. So flip it over and try to draw where H is. Where is it? It's the second one from there. And put a prime. Okay? Where's J? You can see it's upside down. It's okay. J is going to be right there. You got to be detail oriented. The patty paper is kind of your cheat code. And Q is just up one on the axis right here. Okay? And now you're good. You're good to go here. This is here, here, and here. Beautiful. Okay? Very nice. Now, that is a 180-degree rotation. I'm going to show you only one of these rules. One of these rules. So let's go ahead and write out Q. Actually, J, H, J, Q. And I'm going to write the coordinates out. I'm not going to do this for all of them. I just wanted to show you the 180 one because it's the easiest way to see what's going on. And then I'm going to write H prime, J prime, Q prime. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit. All right, so you can see this, right? So where is H? H is here. -3, then down 1, down 2, down 3, down 4, down 5. -3, -5. Okay? Now, let's see where the new H is. Where is it? Over 1, over 2, over 3, +3, and then up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, interesting. What kind of pattern do you see? -3, -5, +3, +5. Interesting. They just changed signs, didn't they? They just changed their sign. They went from negatives to positives. Okay. Let's see if that works for all of them. J is -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down 1, 2, 3. So that's -5, -3. And this is over 5 up 3. Same pattern. And then Q. Q is not negative or anything. It's 0. That's 0 here because we don't go left or right, but you do go down 1. And then what do you do here? 0 and then up 1. All right. So here's the rule. For a 180 rotation, if it's X and Y, write this down, it's going to kind of turn into -X, -Y. And this is for 180 degrees. This is the only rule I'm going to get into with you guys because I don't want to confuse you. But when you do a 180, the numbers completely change signs. So these were negatives here, but the reason they turn positive is because there's a negative here, and negative times a negative is going to do a positive. Negative times a negative is positive. The idea here is when you have a 180, just think about in your life. If you change your life, you start here, and you change your life, and you want to change it completely, would you do a 360? No, a 360 would be putting you right where you were in life. But if you changed your life and you did a 180, you would be completely opposite of where you were. I know it seems like a weird example, but you would completely change. So a 180-degree turn means you've completely changed. Okay? Just the signs. Just the signs. No more rules. Let's go to this one. Let's actually do number 3. Number 3. All right? So now, number 3, I want you to get your shape out. Get your paper out so you can draw your shape. Erase what you've already drawn. I know it's kind of annoying. Like I said, I'll give Miss Alonzo some extra patty paper. And I also want to give this to you when you take your test. But that's not for a while, so don't worry about tests right now. All right, so let's go ahead and draw out our shapes. Our shape here, you might have to push it down pretty good. And label them. You have to label them because you're going to get confused of where things are. All right, so label them and then draw it. I would draw it somewhat softly. And, all right, there's my shape. You can see it. It's my shape. So again, let's talk about what our different translations or transformations are. If it's a translation, let's say right 3, down 2. That's a translation, right? A reflection would be flipping it over the axis, right? So it would be on this side. That's a reflection, right? I can't do a dilation with the patty paper because why? Because the size of the image is going to change. Whenever I do the patty paper, the size of the shape never changes. So rotation, the images are still congruent. They're still going to be the same. So now, what does it want? 90 degrees clockwise. 90 clockwise. That's going to be one turn to the right. One turn to the right. One turn to the right. When do you stop your turn? When your axes line up. Boom. and that's a 90-degree clockwise, okay? Now try to figure out where those points are. If it helps you to kind of look at it, -2, up 1, up 2, up 3, up 4, -2, 4, -2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It may help you to actually label it that way. And that was M. All right, go back to your shape, back to your, what about B? That's over 1, up 5. All right. What about, is that H? H is -2, +1. And then what's the last one? Is that one, what was that one? F. I couldn't figure out that letter. Sometimes you're going to need to look at it again. That's F. All right. Be detailed on this. These questions aren't that difficult, especially when you have the patty paper. All right, you guys getting it? Again, I'll give you some extra patty paper. All right, 180 is the one we just did earlier. You guys do that one together. That's going to be 2 rotations. But let's do this top one. Let's do a counterclockwise one. So go ahead and erase your patty paper again. That's why you need to have pencils today, guys. And all right, so for this one, all right, that's BSL. Now, it says 90 degrees counterclockwise. So that means you're going to be going to the left. All right, that's counterclockwise. Going this way is counterclockwise, okay? So here's the deal. If I go counterclockwise, I'm going to go left 1 rotation. That's 90 degrees. If it said, let's go 270 degrees counterclockwise, that's another option, 270. So this is like, pay attention, counterclockwise would be here. That'd be 90. This would be 180, right? But here, look at where this image is. Look at this image. This is 180 counterclockwise. Let me show you 180 clockwise real quick. 180 clockwise is 1 rotation, 90, and then another rotation, 180. Do they look like they're in the same spot? Yep. So it doesn't matter which way you do for 180. That's why they don't tell you. I forgot about that. But 270 would be 90 plus 180. So that's 3 turns. 3 turns is 270. So that's 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns. That would be 270 counterclockwise. Okay? Just remember which way you're turning with that. So this one's 90 degrees counterclockwise. So you're going to go 1 full turn to the left. And then let's go ahead and mark these out. That's -2, 2. Don't mess these up once you got it. Okay? That's -2, 2. That's up here, 0, 5. Which one's this going to be? That's L. And then where is B going to be? Over here in the corner, B. All right? And there's your new shape. Okay? Not too tough. All right? You guys do number 4 on your own. Remember, 180 rotation, it's going to end up over here, like on the opposite side. All right? As we turn it, it's going to go this way. You can go either way. Then go ahead and plot these points for me and do this one, okay? And look at your partners and see if you have the same kind of answer. Do the same for number 6, all right? Plot them out. Do the best you can on here, all right? Then flip it over. I'm going to cross some work out. So the top part deals with the rules. I'm going to cross number 7 out and number 8 out. We're not doing these, but I just want to show you how simple the 180 one was. Remember we talked about 180 rules? So 180 rules was x, y, and this is what rules look like, -x, -y, okay? So it goes from xy to -x, -y. So the first one's pretty simple, L prime, Z prime, and F prime, the new ones, what's going to happen? And you can see it's a 180 rotation around the origin. This is going to become -1, -3. It completely changed, okay? And then 5, 5 is going to become -5, -5. It completely changes its sign. And then -4, -2. Okay? What about this one right here? V prime, A prime, G prime. This is going to completely change. Just like this 1, 3 became -1, -3, -5, -3 becomes +5, +3. Completely changes. What about here? This is what I'm talking about. This is going to become 3, and this becomes -1. And then 0 and +3. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. All right, now you're going to need your patty paper to describe what's happening between one shape to the next one. All right. So you can describe it the way whatever way you'd like. I'm going to not erase this real quick. You can see what's going to happen. I'm going to draw. Is this the first image? Okay, I'm going to draw this one real quick. I'm going to draw it out. Boom, 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 boom. And what it could be is that I could do this, one rotation, boom. So that's 90 degrees clockwise. All right. You go ahead and try to figure out the other 3 on your own. Ask Miss Alonso for some help too. And use that patty paper. All right, you guys? All right, good job. All right, now I want you to get in this Desmos. I really like it. It's really kind of cool looking. So I want you to go over it with me. Sketch anything you want in this space provided. So you can give me like a happy face. All right. All right. And then press and see what happens. Boom, boom, boom. Notice which way it went. It went to the left first. So it went counterclockwise. That's kind of interesting. You can do it again if you like. Sketch something in the space provided, and then what do you notice? And I kind of helped you with that one. All right, go to the next slide. After you've written something out. All right, sketch something in the space provided. Actually use the coordinates on this one. So give me a coordinate here maybe. Wherever you want, give me some kind of shape with your coordinates. That'd be kind of cool. All right, and you can use a straight line tool. You can do whatever you want. You can get as creative as you'd like. All right. And, ooh, what did you notice on that one? What did you notice on that one? Let's think about what we just learned. I'll give you a clue. It's going to the left. All right. Very cool. I like that one. All right. Enter the coordinates of the points on the red figure and press submit. Enter the coordinates. This one's going to be kind of tough. Let's see. They're giving you spaces provided, but for this one, we're going to skip this page. I don't want you guys getting so boggled up by the rules. Go ahead and sketch something in here, and I want you guys to do on the slide 4. So we're skipping slide 3. All right. All right, what happened there? Can you guys give me an answer? Push pause, Miss Alonso, for them to type. All right, we're going to go ahead and see. If I was to give a coordinate, I wonder if it's going to help anything with what we're doing. If I did 5, 5, 7, -2, and let's see, 3, 4, and I submit. All right, again, we know what's going on, but the coordinates, that was a lame slide. So we're going to skip this slide too. All right, sketch something on this one. Idea again, what we're doing here. Let's see what you notice on this one. Now this one's a little tricky. Remember, this would be a 90, right? If I reset it, that's 90, that's 180. 180 plus another 90 is 270. So this one would be 270, and it's going to the left, so that means 270, and I'm going to use abbreviations too now. You're going to see this counterclockwise, which is kind of funny that's doing that. Let's see if it does it. Boom. Oh, I love that. I love that image. All right, cool, cool, cool. We're going to move on. We're going to go ahead and we're going to skip the coordinates. Now, let's do another one. Oh, snap. What do you notice? I want you guys to talk this one out. Push pause. The reason they did this way, why did they do it this way? Because they're telling you that either way you go, if you want to go this way or this way, if you want to go this way, this is clockwise, and this is counterclockwise. And it doesn't help me with the board, but let me try to do this again. So if you were to go and move this way, that's clockwise. But if you go the other way, that's counterclockwise. It doesn't matter either way with the 180, okay? Let's see what happens with this one. It doesn't matter which way you go. That's trippy. Sorry, guys. I'm messing with you guys now. All right, sketch another one. I know, this is an interesting activity. I love it. I'm going to do another weird happy face, like some snake bites or something there. Oh, what do you notice on this one? Let's talk this one out. All right, so I'm going to actually draw with this pen here so it doesn't mess up. When you see this go, this went to the left 90. That's the first one I saw, right? It went to the left 90 counterclockwise, right? So let me reset that again. Let me see if it'll let me go here. Cool. Watch, this one right here went left counterclockwise. What's going on with the other one? What's this guy doing? That's 90, 180, 270. So the other one's going 270 counterclockwise. All right, this one's going 270, not this, excuse me, 270 clockwise. It's going to the right. It's going to the right, which is clockwise. Okay, so you're going to realize if I had to type something out that 90 counterclockwise is the same as 270 clockwise. They're the same. They're the same kind of rule. Okay? And I guarantee they're going to probably go over something else just like that. All right. Now let's do another one. Same idea. Let's see if you can figure out this one. I'll give you guys pause and see if you can figure this one out. And what happens here is this one is going left counterclockwise 270 or right 90 clockwise. So 90 clockwise is the same as 270 counterclockwise. Okay. All right, we're almost done. Reflect this over the x-axis. Go for this for me. You guys can do this over the x-axis. This is review. All right, let's see if you guys can do this. Review. This is the x-axis, so your image needs to come up here somewhere. All right, it needs to look something like that. Translate this one 5 units right and 1 unit up for me, guys. Go for it. Push pause. Describe what happened from blue to green. Look at your coordinates if you have to. What happened? I'm pretty sure a dilation happened, but explain it further if you can. All right. And write a yes or no question to figure out which was picked. Which one was picked? Oh, this is for the polygraph. Let's cancel this. We're not going to do this one. So don't worry about this question. Sorry, guys. All right. You're good. That was awesome. Great job, guys.